Hello world, this is JWP, J Ward Primo Beats, coming to you live from my bedroom. Check out my website, jwpsite.com, for all my social links, latest news and updates, and public offerings. If you'd like to help support what I do, check out my Patreon, JWP Patreon, that's with 2 P's. There's exclusive content there for making your own audio plugins and synth edit, or my GoFundMe, JWP Fund. If you're watching this on YouTube, a like, comment, and or subscribe are appreciated. Excuse me. I'll be continuing along with remixing and remastering some of my older beats in FL Studios. Not just one FL Studio, but multiple FL Studios. Alright, so once last I left off, I just loaded and figured out that this was the right version of this track called Synth Part 2, aka Loop, aka. Okay, so what I want to do now is just get into the mixing. This will likely not be that long of a stream. I am totally bagged. We'll see what I can do. It looks like my stream didn't reset or restart. Hopefully that's not the case. I do have punch in and punch out, so anyway. So pretty much fresh from the top again. Again, I'm looking like set the flat, and I am having some brew. Oh, so tired. Okay. I thought I was a little further along than this. I remember I had at least the frequency shifter in there. So let's look at the there it is. Okay. And the frequency shifter is apparently the thing that's giving it that sort of punching bag kind of being hit sound. All right, and this is the boo bass. Yes, boo bass. With my classic settings, a little touch in the bass, pretty much chopping out the mid, and a little touch in the treble. And this is FL keys, harp C, and that's going through flangus, delay, and we also have Marcarato, which I had to adjust volume-wise. Everything else is the same. I did boost the drum here. I thought I boosted the drum. I guess I thought wrong, huh? What to do? So at this point, what's next, really? I got a checklist. I don't really want to look at the checklist. A little early for the checklist. Obviously, de-esser, right? So we can do that. That'll be before the compressor, but after the other stuff. I also need a roll off here. Let's go EQ. We'll roll off. So we'll go 20. Because where's the low one? Right? Where's that low G again? It's the G, right? G. 49. So I guess I could roll off at 40. Right, because that's what we're looking at is the G, right? G1. And what that'll do is it'll open up some more loudness, some more volume for everything else. Again, the de-esser here. Let's go ahead, narrow band. We're just gonna chop this out. And as I said before, as I looked before, so we're looking at lucky number 13 here. I'm not going to wiggle back. That's fine. And again, we have more loudness. I'm kind of wondering about this compressor because I want the original sound. So maybe we'll put the compressor before. The compressor. And then Maximus or the maximizer can kind of take it from there. Same with Tote. So I'm a little worried about bringing Tote in now because it's going to change things. it's going to kind of rebalance everything. And as much as I want that, I want to kind of fiddle around myself. I also need to do some sub neutering, right? I need to do some sub cleaning. So let's look at that. Do was that low pass, right? Nice tight stiff low pass there. And then I'll just type in the value here. That's 500 hertz. And then I'll merge it and see what can we get for like the sub signal. It's kind of what we want here. So these two have to be cleaned out. Right then. The fastest way to do that would be to just copy the patcher over. However, there's a variation here, right? I could create the sub cleaner in patcher itself and then just kind of hold on to that. Probably be the best way just going forward, just so everything's like sort of fast. Let's go up, up, and up. And then we'll bring in a patcher. I'll bring in a patcher. And I'll see what I can do here about sort of splitting the signal out and making, making a base cleaner or sub signal cleaner. So we're going to go mid-side EQ, mid-side EQ, mid-side EQ. And then exactly what I want to do though, right? Because I don't want to cut, what am I doing here? Because before I was using sound or sweet spots, right? And I was cutting it half at 500 and then putting it back together and then cutting out the mid. So perhaps I can like remove this step as far as sweet spot goes and just jump into save myself some time so I could just open it up and save it as a preset. Again, I apologize for my okay, so that's working. I just want to make sure that was working. So how does this work? So okay, okay. Yo, check, listen, yo, oh. Okay, let's get no. Yes. Okay. Now, let's just start in the bottom here and we'll go half here like that. Good chop. And we're gonna go linear phase. We're gonna go, we'll just leave it at default. Frequency key. I can't just type it in. I have to activate it first. 500 here. And the money I'm looking up here in the top left corner. And then I'm not sure I can clone that, right? I have to. Yeah, no, I have to create a new one. Which is unfortunate, but that's fine. Bring that in. That. And then this one's the high end, right? So we're going to do a high pass. And tight. And again at 500. And again, linear phase. Was that 500? Okay. Now I have it split out. So this is the base. I'm going to call that base. I don't know. How do I rename this? Let's go base. And I'll go mid-high. Okay. And then the one I want to split out is the base. Yes. Okay, so that means pull that, and the base comes here, the mid goes out there, right? That's how it works. Because I'm killing the mid signal from 500 and below. And then I'm putting it back together, right? And then this is the side here. So, yeah. Check it. Let's checking it out. Okay, so now it should completely disappear from the base. Sub signal. It's still there. Right? But like compared to this. Yeah. And then we have so much more room for our compared to this. Okay. Also put that here. And as I did last time, I could maybe beef up the low end too. But again, when I did that, it changed the flavor, right? Because I can beef up this side, right? Not a lot of loss. I'll just keep it as is, I guess. Let's see what we got coming different. So we do lose a lot of body there. How much do we lose in volume? Not too much. We lose a lot of body, a lot of volume there. Yeah. So how to fix? So we lost the mid, bringing up the side. Now, let me just boost normally, I guess, with a EQ. So it looks like we lost about 6. That's too much. Let's go 3. And just for the smell of it, we'll do the same to the strings too, because obviously it must have lost something. Yeah, it did lose something. So let's kind of put it back. And now the sub channel is getting only this, right? See, like I'm deciding like what needs to be done here, and I don't want to change too much, but like my instinct is just telling me to change it. Right. Add flavor, more flavor, much flavor as possible. And my experience is telling me don't fuck with it, because if you fuck with it, you're not gonna like it. It's not gonna be what it was. Okay, so subs cleaned. Like I said, there's so much. My instincts are just telling me to fuck with things, and I can't. Let's bring in the bass. I can do that because the drum is there. Let's check the bass on the small speakers here. No, not key. Okay. See, it's there. It's slightly audible, but not really. So these sweet spots here, very dirty as well. Look at that fundamental. And even like the note it's supposed to be hitting. Right? It's hard to decide sometimes if that is a if that's a what's it called a partial, like a side effect, or is it in fact, you know, the right note that I'm hitting? As far as fundamentals go, harmonics, note. So I kind of feel like it is. Let's look at it. What is that? It says A1, right? What is this? G sharp 3. G sharp 3. Okay. Why the fuck is it G sharp 3? Okay, so that's right. Why is it? Is it the wrong instrument? No. It says it's G sharp 3. So this. Okay, so that stuff underneath, that's a partial. So what I can do is I can at least clean it up, right? The Martian Gaming just followed. Thanks, The Martian Gaming. Welcome to the chat. Feel free to, I don't know. Feel free. Twitch said I should start a poll. Let me hear your beat, producer and KKA. Give me a second. Twitch suggested I do polls. So my poll would be, I don't know how to do that. I have to go in. So this is what's there. I'm fixing it up. It's like 20-year-old beat, so mind you. It's just a loop. Yeah, and that goes round and round and round. Okay, so what was the next step I was talking? Oh yeah, let's kill that that partial underneath. Patcher, and that'll give us again more room to work with. Okay, so this is Eugene. So what do you think? Was it Martian Gaming? The Martian Gaming. Probably not not gonna get a good answer from that. But yeah, how was your night going? I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, gang. Albeit. Okay. Albeit. I don't know what any of that means. Can you improve okay. You can improve. Okay. The foot is, like I said, 20 years old. It's from 2006. Let's see the date stamp here. The date stamp is 2008, July 14th, 2008. So that's almost 20 years old. Right? Cancel. Okay, so I'm going to save that. Then what we do here is we take the layer. Actually, let's clone the boo base, right? And then we replace this one with the layer. Therefore, I don't have to do shiznit to anything. And then we move this MIDI down, and then we delete this layer. And then we just rename layer 2 to fix, and rename this to fix, rename. Let me hear a recent kind of weird kind of prosa. What is the NKKA? Are you saying like Naka? I ain't feeling to jump out of the lab, man. I'm in the lab. This is my plan. I only got like an hour. I don't have anything recent released. Check out primobeats.com. No www, just primobeats.com. I paid for it, but it's yeah, so that's kind of recent. That's maybe like 10 years old. Whoa, what you say? What? Anyway, so the N word, I said Nuka. That's what you say, NKKA. I'm saying what you're writing. Anyway, getting back into the layer, MIDI out, port 0, going to patcher in, MIDI connect here. And of course, all the time, it's always off by, what were you saying? It's always off by an octave. If we look at it, it's up here, right? It should be down here. So in order to get it down there, I have to move the layer or the MIDI. I got to move the MIDI. If I move the layer, it'll push the whole thing down, right? It'll push the bass down. So in order to move it down, I push it up, right? It's weird. And then it should be in place now. Now, what the whole point of that is to cut out that partial there. I don't even know what the partial is, or why it's there. Maybe it's because I boosted the bass. I don't know. Maybe that's just a side effect of instruments. I don't know. Anyway, it's dirty. Let's clean it up. Okay, so look at it here. Look at it there. Outputs. That's way cleaner now. Except as I've mentioned before, it's still kind of killing that fundamental a little bit. Oh, I can't see that. So just this. Oof. I guess not, eh? That fundamental is just strong in the game with it. Okay, so after that, well, what's the in? Because I feel like I'm killing it a little bit. Out? No, that's fine. Looks fine. Its second note, though, looks a little funny. No, it's not. It's killing it a little bit. Okay, so let's resonate it. We'll resonate it about 45. I guess Martian Gaming got mad and dipped. Trying to act like slangology. Okay, so cleaner? Did that change the volume? Not by much. Okay, so that's clean. What else was there to do? Clean the bass. Oh, give it some like high end, right? Because can't hear it on the small speaker really. I can hear it now for some reason, like it's blaring or something. Or maybe it's because I'm only paying attention to it. It doesn't sound like it changed a little bit, but not where I really want it. Let's bring that nasal in. As much as I don't really like to fall back on it, that's just where the sound is at. So we're going to go attack pick here, full blast. We're going to go start full blast and go. It looks like we got a bit of boost out of that. Let's bring that down. Step by 3 down. Maybe that's too much. I think we lost a lot of it. It's 1.5. Think off compare. Right on the studio monitors. Doesn't even sound like it really did anything. The mix gain is full. Open up the width here. Okay, reset the width. It's fine, I guess. Let's look at it on the spectrum level. Is that where I want it? Okay. Let's level it out. Yeah. So we'll go else down. Let's go by 1.5. We're trying to match it up. So we want it to be highest, so it's 1.5 or 6. Let's like crank it right down. A little more. Okay. So then we want to boost it back up, right? So we're going this up 14.5, 13.5. So we put it back to where it is. Now I can hear it on my speaker like crazy. It's like way up there. Yeah, we have way too much gain. Let's bring this down. Kind of where it's supposed to be. See, it sounds kind of like nasally now, right? Let's go half of this then. So half of that 15 is 17.7.5. Right? I'll bring it down. Wait, what was it at? Can I undo that? I can't. One more here. Not bad, not bad. Still a little prominent, but it kind of has to be. Okay, so let's flip it back to the studio monitors. Yeah, it's buried in all the bass now. You hear it a little bit, but on these speakers, it's pretty prominent. A little too prominent. Let's slice it down again. We're gonna go, let's say that's 6. Let's go 4.5. And we're gonna fix the volume again. Oh, okay. What am I doing for time? Doing me. Better. You can still kind of hint at the bass, but it's not like overpowering. Better than it was. Okay, so that's pretty much all I want to do to the beats. Now at this point, I can start pushing into the final stuff. Or it's totes, right? Let's bring in totes. And this is rebound control. I really wish I knew the difference. What a boost T? What is boost T? Isn't there like a question mark thing? Boost T. Okay, I can't read that. Specifies band's relative loudness levels at which the dynamics adjust stops and returns to unity gain. The U mode or is limited, and L in rap mode gradually reduced towards unity gain when threshold levels crossed. So that totally went in one ear out the other. Rebounds controlled, or Energetic. Okay, we also have this. Overall loudness estimator response mode affects handling the of transient's overall coloration. Energetic and controlled. Let's still put this into like smart disabled. I don't actually want to do that. Sometimes that has bad consequences. Okay. What do I want? Because I kind of got to stick to it, right? Do I want conservative? Let's go conservative because I don't want to change too much. So we've got tote running now. Maximus should be after tote. And then span plus can be down here somewhere. And then we'll bring in ozone. Ozone there. And we'll let it run and do its thing. We'll grab these couple bars here somewhere. I kind of want a chorus with a... Here is probably the only place. But then it doesn't have that fast hi-hat here. This is probably as good as it's going to get. I'm on bar. I'm going to select these 4 bars. And we're going to use that, just 2 bars. These 2. We're going to use that. And then we're going to go mastering assistant, streaming, high, next, angle. Be done now. Here. Okay, let's look at some of the stuff it's did. Okay, so it totally whacked out the curve here. Even though tote's running, it's still like, yeah, you gotta fix this and that. Let's see what that looks like on span. Okay, before doing anything, I didn't even rebalance my track, did I? No way, right? Okay, so let's rebalance first before doing any of that noise. Okay, here. Oh, that bass is humongous. The kick drum is dead. Okay, so let's push the bass drum up a little bit and the bass down. Bass drum up a little bit. Both there. The bass down. That bass is massive. Let's look at the control of that bass. Do like. With so many things changing. Let me use equalizer. And then put it here. And we'll go low shelf. Analog, I guess. Analog. Yeah, analog. And then we'll get rid of this. Actually, we'll move this over. We'll get rid of these. They don't need to be there. We'll move this up. Low shelf. About 3-ish. About 500. We'll make that dynamic. Let's see what we can do here. Kind of get consistency across that. When it crosses over 24. doesn't do shit. Doesn't do shit. Okay, so let's go by 9. That's a bit better. Of course, this part's way up there now. We still got some things that are reaching over. What does Q do here? Let's slow that down halftime. Because I think it's just this thing isn't responding fast enough. Okay, maybe that's too much. Let's go by 3 again. We just want things to level out, right? There isn't that much change there. Okay. Let's kill that, and then up here, off. The variation is so slight. It's better now. Okay, so let's turn that off. As well, there was nothing I could do for the drum, right? But my bass is still wildly overwhelming here. Let's bring the bass down. Output here, -6-ish. A little more, I think. 9. Too much? -7.5. That's where I stand. Check that out on the studio monitors. I don't know why I'm listening to this. Sounds pretty consistent. Let's check it with the whole mix. No, I want the bass a little louder. Let's go -6. Put that in the bounds. Alright. I think it's done. Actually, I forgot about tote and shit. Okay. Let's do the tote now. I got it looping on that part just for ozone, so we'll just let it loop for now. I already know which tote I want, so I don't need to listen to anything. Let's go controlled. And then ozone, right? Ozone after. And then I'll let it do its thing whilst I do a BRB, hit the do, and grab a brew. Mastering assistant. Hi, manual streaming next, and go-ish. Turn it down a bit here on my end. Actually, I probably just turned it off because it's not really doing anything. BRB. Damn, eh? I can just hear the difference from a distance. Even. So that's a good sign. I couldn't hear the bass from a distance, but I could hear the bass drum. I couldn't hear the bass from a distance, but I could hear the bass drum. All right, so let's see how this effed with my beat here. Ugh, beer change. I didn't have any more buds in the blender, so I had to get some coolers and switching between beers is kind of butt. Okay, so what did you do to my beats? Whoa. Again, equalizer all over the place. Too much. I don't like all the stuff that always on throw down. As well, I just want my preset. So let's go preset, custom. What happened to my preset? Okay, I was looking at the wrong preset, right? Let's go custom here, loop. So the question is, do I want to stick with these sort of baked settings? Because like these sorts of things, I don't really know what they do, honestly. Like, I can go look, but I don't have experience with them. I guess that's what I'm doing now. It's getting the experience, right? Interesting. Anyway, what about the functions? Okay, so let's go maximizer, right? Okay, so what is controls here? Character and stereo independence specifically. Threshold do character. Adjust to customize the overall response time, attack, and release times of the maximizer. Processing the attack and release times are dependent on the selected mode, and allows a continuous range from fast to slow in each mode, right? So version 1 provides intelligent loudness maximization of the signal. It does this by analyzing the source material and applying limiting in a psychoacoustically pleasing manner, reacting quickly to transients to prevent pumping, and reacting more slowly to steady bass tones to prevent distortion. Okay, so character again. Stereo independence. The stereo independence controls represent the next iteration of the stereo unlinked control in previous versions of Ozone. By default, the stereo independence controls transient and sustain will be linked and set to 0, mimicking the default settings of the previous stereo unlinked control. So transient slider adjusts how much the limiter responds to transient materials across channels. Sustains the slider. It's just how the limiter responds to sustained materials across channels. Link. Links to the blah, blah, blah. Examples. Both sliders set to 100%. It is possible to achieve a louder output from the maximizer, but this can result in a narrow stereo image. To alleviate the narrowing effect of the stereo unlinked control, we split this feature into 2 sliders. Sliders independently set to non-zero values implies limiting to transients and sustained materials separately based on the level envelope generated from a ratio of the individual channels in this entire stereo image. Transient emphasis. Enable transient emphasis adjustment by clicking the transient emphasis power button. Adjust the amount control. Allows you to finely tune the shaping of transients before a limiting takes place. This can be useful for preserving sharper sounds like drums while still optimizing loudness. Okay, so in this sort of situation, I feel like this is probably the best to take advantage of the mastering assistant here. even though I just kind of canceled everything there. Just, I guess, right? Because I'm not 100% sure what things are doing. And we'll just let Ozone do its thing because I paid for it, and let's let it do that. Okay, so let's close everything so it gets a nice response and go. Okay, so a little bit of character, a very fast character, a little bit of a stereo separation for the transients, none for sustain, and a little bit of transient emphasis. Okay, so true peak, we're going to jump down here as well. True peak, ceiling negative 1.5, right? And then I think that's actually going to change. I don't know. We're going to learn threshold here. Crap, I forgot about this stuff. Let's get rid of this stuff. Look, it's even different now. I don't really want that stuff. In fact, I was going to touch on this all on its own. However, I'm going to go get scalar. What the hell is it called? What did they call it? Scalar. Scalar EQ? EQ. We're just going to get the demo version. This is apparently the same idea that I had. However, they got to it first. So I can do a demo, I do believe, right? I'll just run with the demo for now. The magic shelf, whatever. Still pretty pissed off about it. Trial version. You have to sign in first. Okay, so I got to do that off. Sort of streamish. Like that. And then I can sign in and stuff. Then plug in boutique, right? Okay, so now it throw me back to the front. I wonder if there's any like limitations or anything. I don't know why it's giving me Mac. I don't want Mac. Is it only for Mac? Windows. Okay, I had to select Windows because it didn't know that I'm using Windows. I guess I could switch back. Installed. Do not develop or derive any other software program based on the software. Whatever. What? BC2? No. Common files. It says VST2 version, VST2. And then 64-bit VST2. Again, not there. Program files, common files, VST2. Okay, so I just want VST3, 64-bit. And we'll keep the standalone, VST3, presets, sure. Next install. I guess no Zane today or anybody else coming through. Just Martian gamer calling me out. Anyway, so that's in, I guess. Let's rescan. Just taking a momento. And I got to call it pretty soon. But I'll take a quick peek at the scalar EQ. And then that'll probably be the final stage. Because I do want the control. Right? Alright, so it should be in. Nope. Here it is. Skip EQ. And we'll put it underneath the... Why is it so big? Why did they make giant plugins? GUI size. Okay, can I make it smaller? There we go. Can I change this? Okay, so it's kind of static. I have no clue what any of this stuff is. When I developed mine, I kind of had an idea what I wanted. Dictate key. So I kind of just want to drop everything. Whoa. So it adds noise. Great trial version. So can I get them all at once? Scale lock. Flip harmonics. Flip harmonics, disable flip harmonic band. Okay, so, but I don't want to go by key. I just want to go global, right? I don't want a key. That's kind of annoying. Okay, so it's not at all like mine. Because it kind of sits in just one sort of thing. Like, I don't even want to give away any more after, you know. What is all this shit? I guess I gotta learn how to use it. So I just want to cut everything. Right, so this isn't exactly range. No, there we go. But it's still not peak. Okay, so it's just showing this one, right? Yeah, definitely not what I'm thinking here. I think I might still have to build mine. Like it shows on the thing it's doing, what's it called? What is this? Window width. Harmonic peaks? There we go. There we go. But I want like the whole, right? What the? Give me all the notes, right? There we go. What the hell? Okay. Oh, I can boost, but I can't cut. There we go. I think. Full range? Something like that. But the whole thing. Why do I gotta mess around with everything here? Yeah, definitely not what I was. I'm gonna probably have to finish building mine because this just isn't cutting it. Yeah, it's brutal. It's also quite greedy. You know what happens if I take it out of scale, right? It drops PK, so it drops piece. Anyway, I'll have to do a proper review of this thing. For now, let's get it out of the project because I'm not liking it, and then save. And then I'll call it a day, I guess. Am I still saving as zip? Yeah, as much as I don't. I have no viewers, so I'm going to be raiding alone, I guess. Anyway, check out my website, JWPsite.com, for my social links, latest news and updates, and public offerings. If you'd like to help support what I do, check out my Patreon, JWP Patreon. That's with 2 P's. There's exclusive content there for making your own audio plugins and synth edits, or my GoFundMe, JWP Fund. If you're watching this on YouTube, a like, comment, and or subscribe. Appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Until next time.